a white man, not someone from Africa, because automatically I would think this is like juju, black magic, you know. But the counterfeit is that I'm seeing a white man offering me to do something spiritual to gain fame. And the thing he's asking me to do are not go and train in the gym, train harder. He's talking here about many ways and multiple ways of how to join them. The first thing he offered me, he says, you can decide to offer yourself, and at a certain age, you will die. So I will know for 20 years I would have fame, but after those 20 years, I will then die. That was the first. And then I said, as he's speaking, I was pretending I was interested because I was intrigued to know what is he talking about. Because I was usually watching YouTube and these people speaking on YouTube about selling their soul. I'm like, oh, these people are jealous of superstar. They're just jealous of people who made it in life. That's why they're creating conspiracy and lies about them. But this is like in front of my eyes, face to face. And it's not someone who is there just to lie or to scam me about money. No, that was someone who was very influential. When you see him, you know. And I said, no, I'm not gonna do something like that. He said, okay, but you can offer someone from your family. When he says that, that struck me. I said, someone, how? I said, because you have the same blood. So they could have a car crash, a cancer, but you've sold them on the altar. They can have a disease, but you've sold them and their blood is there. But then, that sacrifice will have to be renewed. And he explained to me carefully that if you enter, you'll have to renew it. Exactly like you look in Old Testament. What's happened when God was asking to build an altar? Isn't it to say that every day you have to bring a new sacrifice to keep the fire burning? It's just a counterfeit of the power of God. They're copying God. But for them, they're giving human blood. Because the higher you want to go, the more blood you have to give. The more life you have to sacrifice. And I was like, no, I can't do this. No. And then that's where, as he's speaking, over my head, is the voice of my mom. Do not sell your soul.
Alright, Shalom Alkims. So Brother Benoit, come back here, another one. This spring probably about Yahawashi. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahawah, Barak, Sham, Yahawashi. Double honor to the elders and apostles of their great millstone, ruling time in this truth, and this sincere citation around to their brethren, pushing this truth through truth and sincerity, risking life for them to do so. Alright? Again, I'm the Brother Benoit, coming back here at another one. And I just wanted to make a video on the concept of winning in this life, man. Truly winning in this life and what it costs. All right. And in particular, man, it's gonna cost yourself. It's gonna cost your soul. All right. There's a reason why the Lord said, thou cannot serve two masters. All right. You must choose one or the other. Okay. And I'll actually get that through the Spirit. Okay. Because I didn't even have that written down. All right. Give me 1 second. Right. It's Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. All right. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Okay, meaning serve God and man at the same time. All right. Let's lock in. All right, and that's what it's gonna take to be successful in this world, man. All right, because there's a God of this world and the God that we serve. All right, and no, they are not the same. All right. these people are so they're so idealistic and they're so idealistic and fixated on the idea of being what they see on social media, and this is what it takes, man. Okay, this is what it takes. It takes being a sellout, man, especially these jakes, you know. And I've been doing for the past couple of weeks a lot more research. We're doing a lot more research on what Esau be doing, you know, secret societies and all that, man. And you know, it don't matter what route you go down, these people are all in the same cahoots, man. All right, it's all about money, it's all about power, and it's all about you know, controlling the narrative, man. Okay, and that's what Esau's been doing, because that's how Esau's gonna bring his plans into fruition. That's how he's gonna bring the mark of the beast. That's how he's gonna bring World War III, is by controlling the narrative. Okay, Esau has successfully ruled this world, man. He officially and successfully rules this world. Okay, no other person, no other entity rules this world besides Satan and Esau, man. Okay, and in order to receive those blessings from you know, the world, and essentially is the reason why you have to go through Esau. That's why all these athletes, these entertainers, these people of economic status, they got to go through Esau. Okay, you always see who they're affiliated with when everything comes out, and all the pictures, who they're always around and all that. You already know who they with, man. They're with Esau, because Esau is the physical manifestation of Satan in this world. He rules this world, man. He is the global power of this world. Now, it may look like these other nations, you know, it may look like these other nations like Moab, Ammon, these other quote unquote European Edomites, they're ruling. You already know who's really ruling. You already know who everyone's trying to take down, and that's Esau, man. The scriptures actually talk about it in Revelations. All right, everyone's trying to take down that whore. Okay, right? Just like these industry guys do. They all want to get with that one girl in the industry. Hey, that's how these other nations are moving right now. They trying to get with that one whore. Okay, that one bad chick. You know what I mean? All right, and this is the reality of this world, man. You're gonna lose yourself. Okay, the average person loses themselves. They're already working 3 jobs. They got to keep up with all these goddamn bills. All right, you see the way of life here, man. Okay, you got to sell yourself, man, for a paycheck or for some money. Okay, and even not even in the ancient world, you didn't have to do that shit. You didn't have to do that shit. But Esau has such a strain, okay, on the world. Okay, yes, the world, not just a part of the world or a quarter of the world like these past empires were. Okay, Esau has a whole strain on this whole planet. Okay, the Lord gave Esau that blessing. Okay, right? Blessing would be the fatness of the earth. You know. Matter of fact, let's keep grabbing that. Actually, this is Matthew chapter 19, verse 6. It says, "Lay not upon yourself treasures upon the earth." You know, hence why the brothers will keep saying, you know, right? You know, it's good to have some cool stuff here and there, but ultimately, man, you know, this world's gonna pass away, man. Okay? This world is gonna pass away. All right? We're not gonna have nothing here. You know, our cars, goddamn, even our families, man. Everything of this world, majority of it will pass away. If the Lord deems it so, where, you know, our family, you know, will cleave to the doctrine or so, you know, then it'll be the Lord's will. But for the most part, everything here is gonna be lost, man. Everything here we're gonna have to let go. Okay? Lay not yourself treasures upon the earth, man. You cannot take that with you. All right? And you see how Esau's so goddamn carnal. He's into transhumanism. You know what he's trying to do? I was talking about it in the Jeffrey Epstein video I was doing. Okay? But he's trying to transfer consciousness to a different body so he can maintain that power here. Maintain those riches here. Keep it within his bloodline. Okay? I already told you guys through the spirit, man. If Esau could, you know, take Jake's body, like the movie Get Out, transfer his mind into Jake's body and have Jake's melanin and genetics and all that, he would do it. Esau would do it, man. Okay? Esau would do it, man. Okay? Right? It says where moth and rust doth corrupt. This place is corruptible. You can lose your riches here. Here it is. These celebrities sell out. They say one word. They mention one person's name and they lose everything. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have everything, but you're gonna have to uphold the image. You're gonna have to do them rituals. You're gonna have to do them sacrifices. All right. You're gonna have to play that character. Okay. And a lot of these celebrities' characters die off. Okay. A lot of these celebrities get tired. I don't want to do no rituals. They be like, "What? You don't do no rituals? All right, pull his endorsements. You know, take his shoes off the shelf. You know, take her makeup off the shelf. You ain't gonna drop another album for 10 years now. We ain't gonna make you drop an album. You spoke out. You know, right? Because they don't even be killing celebrities no more. They publicly humiliate you. They make you do humiliation rituals. They make you look crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be doing. All right. That's the ways of this world, man. Okay? And don't think like it's different in any other culture. You know, I was doing a little digging in like Asian culture because, you know, they got them K-pop stars that be mimicking Jake. They love Jake, man. They love Jake culture and all that shit. They dress up like Jake. They love the rap music and shit. You know? And what is it called? Those people over there, they got it worse. Okay? They got it worse than the American artists, man. Okay? They got it way worse. They got no freedom, man. All right, because signing your soul is not necessarily, you know, right? Because Esau likes to do the demonic shits, you know, like conjuring up demons and shit. But realistically, the shortcut of that, or the small, the small breakdown for that, I would say, right, just to make it quick, is the selling of the soul is signing that contract. Okay. Because when you're indebted to something, that's why these labels, they take majority percentage of your money. They don't really, that's why these rappers and entertainers, they're not really rich. You know what I'm saying? Right? They're rich at first, but then they lose that money because really it's a loan, right? That's why the label takes about 60 to 7% of your stuff. What do you do with the other 30 to 40% of your things? You got to pay your managers. You got to pay the travel fees. You got to pay your bills. You got to pay your lifestyle. Okay? And that's how you get trapped in that damn cycle. That's how them Jakes that be speaking about them records. Oh, don't sign here, don't do this. This is what they do. They always die, or they don't get no radio play and all that shit because they're speaking out. Okay, this is the ways of this world, man. You want to be a megastar because Esau manufactures stars. Okay, the brothers and elders on apostles on down have been saying this for years. Okay. Esau manufactures stars so he can keep them under his hooks. All right. Where thieves break in and do steal. An ultimate thief. You already know who that is. That's Esau Edom. He's the ultimate thief. He'll steal your talent. That's what Esau does. He steals your talent and then robs you of the money. He don't even be paying you efficiently. All right. Because the way it should be is that, you know, you should be an independent artist. You should be all that. But Esau has control even of the radio waves. So even if you were to go that route, you want to pay to get on the radio, this man just jacks up the price like crazy. Right? Verse 20, it says, but lay yourselves up treasures in heaven, which is what we're doing right now. Okay? I like to say it, I like to use this, build up that spiritual bank account. You know, all the sit downs you're doing, all the times you follow the law, statutes, and commandments when we're off camp. We ain't doing the videos, you know. Right? You keeping the high holy days. You going out and teaching. You doing the sit downs. You being brotherly. That's building up your spiritual bank account, man. Right? Because before you even get that glory, man, the Lord's gonna forgive us of all our transgressions, man. Past doings and future doings, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna forgive us of all that, man. Okay? And the glory we're getting ready to receive is part of that kingdom, us being put in the kingdom. Alright? Where neither moth nor rust corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21. For there is treasure that is there, Slakia. For where your treasure is, there where your heart also lie. Right? So these people's treasure isn't becoming famous here, becoming the best basketball player, soccer player, baseball player. Right? So that's why they end up selling their soul, because that's all they got. Alright? That's all they got. Where your treasure is, that's where your spirit is, man. So you'd be like, oh, why is this guy so demonic in the music industry or the movie industry? Why is he weird? Because guess who got his soul, man? Esau got his soul, man. And when we say he got his soul, he got his mind. He's in debt to that person. So we gotta do everything he says, even if it means, you know what I mean, going through the back door. Okay, just like the dude said, taking a loved one. Okay, you gotta do them sacrifices, man. That's how you make it in this world. Okay, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye, and therefore the eye to be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Verse 23. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Okay, then jumping down to verse 24, we already read that. Okay, that's the ways of this world, man. Okay, and so much so, Esau wants everybody. He wants everybody's soul where he wants you to take that charagma. That's the ultimate goal, man. We've been trying to tell you guys. Okay? Okay? That's the ultimate goal. Esau wants you to take that charagma, man. You to never own anything. That's how you gonna be. That's how he wants you to sell out to him. He wants you to be in servitude to him, man. All these people with natural talents and gifts, whether it's in sports, arts, which is music, acting, etc. Right? Comedy, entertainment. That's what he wants, man. He wants to be able to manipulate that and control that. And who obviously already know who got all the talent is Jake. All right. There's a whole history in between the Esau, the Jewish man, okay, them damn Edomites and fake Jews, okay, and Jake. There's literally whole documentaries on it. All right. This is Luke chapter 9 verse 25. You want to be part of this world, man? You're going to have to give up your soul, man. You're going to have to serve Esau. That's your God now. Luke chapter 9 verse 25. That's why we tell you guys there's nothing here for you, man. There's nothing here for you. You're going to serve Satan in this place, man. You're eventually going to serve Satan. That's the road you're going to lead down to. Everything is corruptible here. Your riches, you're corruptible because you're in the damn flesh. Then your flesh is chasing the world, right? Luke chapter 9 verse 25. It says, For what is a man advantaged? For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? All right. So what advantage you gain when you gain the whole world? All right, but you lose yourself. How you supposed to enjoy those riches, man? You gotta look over your shoulder every 2 seconds. You gotta follow what someone else is saying. How you got all the money in the world? Just like Diddy said. He said we all have a master. We all have someone we gotta answer to. It don't matter how much money you have. You don't think the elites got someone to answer to? They gotta answer to Satan. They gotta answer to other elites, and then there's more elites, and then there's more elites, and then those elites answer to Satan. That's how it goes, man. Just like how there's a hierarchy on the right hand side in righteousness, there's a hierarchy on the left hand side as well. Esau knows about that too. That's how you have proper structure and order. You gotta have hierarchy, man. Okay? You gonna lose yourself. Verse 26, For whatsoever shall be ashamed of me and my words, of him shall be the Son of Man be ashamed, when he shall come in his own glory, and in his Father's, and in the holy angels. Okay? Exactly. So basically, that is the same concept with the charagma. You gonna take the charagma, man? You denounce the Lord. You saying who you serve. All right, you selling out to Esau, Edom, man. You serving man. Okay. Woe to him that trusted in his own heart, man. Destruction to you. You trust in yourself. All right. So with that, man, let me give all praise and glory be to the Father and the Son. Yahawashi. Until next month, I'm gonna say shalom.